business never takes a break. Neither do we. So take Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM with you with our brand new mobile app. Stay up to the minute with breaking news, market strategies, current trends, and more wherever you are. With live streaming, listen to your favorite Money Talk shows whenever you want, on demand. It's like a personal advisor in your pocket. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Download the brand new Money Talk app on iTunes or the Google Play Store, or at moneytalk1690.com.
Do you have kiddos? Eric Raymer here, inviting you to the grand opening of Kid to Kid in North Glen, Thursday, July 27th. They'll have huge prizes, balloon art, and a shopping spree giveaway. Kid to Kid is a family-friendly resale shop selling new and gently used clothes and toys. Doors open at 4 p.m. with items up to 80% off during the grand opening. Kid to Kid is located in North Glen off I-25 and 104th next to Dollar Tree on Melody Drive.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know that customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business. And a fine how do you do to you?
Well, fantastic. Wiki, wiki, wiki. I don't know what that word means.
I'm not sure
but I was singing it as I was coming down the hallway.
I think it sounds just appropriate. Absolutely.
Get moving, people.
Very nice to have you guys along, and thank you for tuning in by way of our Be Live broadcast, Facebook Live. We do things different around here.
Different?
Yeah, we're a radio show, right? Yeah. So when you get in your car, you tune in your radio. If you have a radio still at home, you can turn that on. But we do TV radio. TV radio? Right.
Yeah. So we've got a couple of live cameras in, kind of the ones that are built into our laptop.
Yeah.
But able to set up and bring to you kind of some group in April, which, I mean, it's business-ish, right? You not once did you have to put on a suit and tie or a dress and go to a conference.
Because it was in Cancun.
It was in Cancun.
Right. So it's a business,
ish,
yeah.
Right? So
but does that count?
It did not. Apparently it did not. Because at no point did I have to set an alarm clock.
I see.
At no point did I have to pack, special wardrobe.
I understand.
And if I have to rewear the same dress 2 days in a row in Cancun, nobody cares.
Okay, I understand.
Yes, so that's why it's ish. And so I had two rookie mistakes in this business trip.
All right,
one leaving my clothes at home. So
that was the end of April. Where'd you go in May?
Actually, I didn't go anywhere in May. Did I go somewhere in May?
Didn't you go to Florida in May?
No, I went to Florida in March and July.
Oh.
I went to Florida before Mexico.
Oh, so March, April. We skipped
I skipped May.
Didn't you go to Cancun or Cabo in May?
I did not go to Cancun or Cabo in May.
I'm pretty sure you went to Cancun, Cabo, or somewhere else. You went
No, that was last
to
year.
Phoenix.
I went to Phoenix in June.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere.
So you were in Phoenix in June, and then you went to
Yeah, I went to Phoenix in June.
Did you go to Cancun in June?
I've not yet been to Mexico yet.
You went to Florida in June.
No, in July I went to Florida in July.
You sure you didn't go at the end of June?
I left on July 4th.
July 4th.
Yeah.
You didn't go anywhere in June?
Just to, I think I went to Phoenix.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it was Phoenix. All right, and then you went to, where'd you go?
Yeah, you're throwing in all these extra things. So, no,
Can I share with you how it feels when you're gone?
So, hold on. How does it feel when I'm gone? You should be.
It feels like this. Ah!
So in January, went to Phoenix. You came with me though. We went out for.
Doesn't count.
We went together. So there was no
Yeah. We went together with a whole bunch of other people.
Right. Yeah. Well, what do you think I did in Mexico? What do you think I do in Florida?
I don't know.
I go with a whole bunch of other people.
I don't know.
I'm hanging out with a whole other bunch of other people. And so, so January we were in Phoenix. Phoenix. March I was in Orlando. Family vacation.
Call it whatever you want.
April we were mastermind
April
in Mexico.
We're in Cancun.
May I was here. June I went to Phoenix. But again, I didn't have to pack for business. Okay. I didn't have to pack for business. July I went to Chicago.
Orlando, and then Chicago, and
now Mexico, and then I'll go back to Phoenix.
You're going back to Mexico. Still in July, and then into August, and then you're going back to Phoenix. And I'm going. Right. Do I get to go with you to Phoenix?
In November, I'm going to go. I'm going to go
with
on
you
a cruise.
Phoenix? It's kind of a business trip.
It is kind of a business trip.
We used to do that together.
Right?
You're not going to answer that over there.
Right. Well, we can talk about that.
I would love to. Let's start a conversation.
So it's a double whammy of a trip in Phoenix.
By the way, I ran out of fingers. I think that was 11 trips in
a women's
in 4
retreat,
months.
and then this small business expo, and then I get to go in November.
Oh, that's right. In November, you're jumping on a cruise
ship. Yeah, the Women Making Waves cruise ship, where I get to be speaking at that event too. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to travel.
No, but
she doesn't know how to travel.
So the 2 mistakes I made were leaving my dress hanging at home.
And leaving Eric hanging at the office.
You know what though, Eric?
That's a big mistake.
You have to think of it. I think what you focus on becomes your reality, right? What you put your energy on, right? So think of it this way:
let's go
as
there.
Divide and conquer, as being in 2 places at once, as to expanding to 2 different.
Not the brand.
The brand is solid.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, I know.
You think the brand is weak?
No.
You think when I go out that I weaken the brand?
No, that's not what I said.
I'm thinking it solidifies it and makes us look like rock stars.
We are rock stars.
But I think what I heard was you said that I weaken the brand when I go out without you.
I didn't say weaken the brand. I just said it's not the brand. Yeah, whatever that music is, it's probably appropriate.
But I need business trip practice.
What is this music, Chad? Talk to my ear.
Like vacation.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. If you counted it up, folks, Angel did 14 vacation and or business trips in 6 months. I don't know what that means. All I know is...
I think it means Experience Pros is growing.
Experience Pros is growing. Thank you. Is that a direct result of all your trips away?
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. We're adding more markets. Yes. We're adding more products.
Super
we are...
grateful.
And you know what I'm using, anyways, I started this by saying I'm going to go to the beach, and I think we're going to do some, during our Monday mastermind, I'll log in, but I'm going to do it from the beach.
Yes, you are. And you're speaking next week.
And I'm speaking. Lloyd.
Lord. And you could just pronounce it Eric.
I said Lloyd.
I know. I don't know who the hell Lloyd is, but I don't like him. If you're going to use my official name, just go with Eric. It's more casual.
Okay. Anyways, we're already starting to put kind of the feelers out for our retreat that we're going to do in April.
We are doing a retreat in April, and it's going to be a great, huge, big deal. And folks, you really want to check in. If you have no clue what's going on, you just think 2 people are bantering back and forth, why don't you check out experiencepros.com and find out who these people are who are talking to you and what they can do for your business, because it's revolutionary. I was up with 6 or 8 entrepreneurs last night up in Westminster, and I'll tell you something. It's Westminster, Colorado, for those who are listening nationwide. And, we got half of the group was in our free trial We've got about 65 people running through our free trial right now.
Nice.
And half of the group was from that free trial. And so they have a lot of questions, right? The other half of the group are regulars and long-termers who have realized that Experience Pros has put them on the map in a number of different ways. It's not just us, it's their work too. I don't take over your brand, right? But what we do is we provide a toolbox of remarkable tools. If you're going to build a shed, you don't need every tool in the toolbox, but we provide a host of tools so that you can get there faster. And
that's the thing, is get there faster. When you've got a community of business owners who have walked a few steps in front of you, they are an incredible, invaluable resource to you. You're kind of mentors for each other. We're referral partners, resource partners.
And our listeners want to be Angel Tussey. They want to be on the beach more often than everybody else. And so how do you do that? How do you achieve the lifestyle? We lead by example. Angel is the example. You work yourself into a position where your job isn't a job. It's what you love to do, and it allows you the lifestyle that you've been dreaming of. And Experience Pros not only gets it, but we live it and we teach it. And if you're interested at all in all the multiple things, the trainings, the networking, the relationship, the community, if you're interested in any of that, go check out experiencepros.com right now. And before it goes away, and my friends, it's going away, click on the free trial button and check it out for 30 days for free. Doesn't matter where you're hearing this, from Fresno to Fargo, North Dakota, to Washington, D.C., down to Tampa, Florida, and everywhere in between. Jackson, Tennessee, we know that you listen, and we're grateful for you. We'll check you out as well and get you plugged in. This is Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Network. We'll be right back.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM.
You never planned on getting injured in an accident. You don't know where to turn. Call Boson Law. When you meet with John Boson, you'll know right away you've made the right decision. John will put you at ease and explain the whole process start to settlement. They'll handle medical bills, work directly with the insurance company, and help you get back on your feet. John and his whole staff are amazing. If your whole world has been turned upside down, Boson Law will help turn it right side up. It starts with a free consultation, no money out of the pocket, and Boson Law only gets paid when they win your case. If you're hurt, the call is easy, and their number is too. Call Boson Law at 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, 303-999-9999, or visit bosonlaw.com. That's BOESEN law.com. Call Boson Law, 303-999-9999, or visit bosonlaw.com. That's BOESEN law.com. You want to relax. You want to feel fabulous. Reduce stress. Pamper yourself. Detoxify your body. You want to visit Me Spa in Belmar Shopping Center. Find out what the ultimate pampering experience feels like, and what better way to do it than for half price. For a limited time, we're featuring a $150 gift certificate for just $75. And the only place you'll find it is on DenverHalfPrice.com. Me Spa is an award-winning day spa that will offer you a soothing place to put your life on pause. Become the very best version of you by spending time pampering yourself and unwind from that stressful work week at Me Spa. Find out what the ultimate pampering experience feels like, and what better way to do it than for half price. That's a $150 certificate for just $75, and you can find it only on DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com.
Hey, Dan Kaplis here for Park DIA. You and I both know how stressful it is to try to find parking at the airport, but Park DIA is the closest, fastest, least expensive parking facility near Denver International Airport. More shuttles mean faster door-to-door service and less wait time, just 7 minutes from the lot to the terminals. With rates starting at just $6.95 a day, Park DIA is the least expensive parking facility. Stress-free parking at the airport? I'd recommend Park DIA, parkdia.com.
One of the more popular remodeling projects these days is replacement windows. Why? Your old windows aren't nearly as efficient as the modern technology. And you and I both know stuff wears out. Hi, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Windows and Doors. And why done right? The best answer to why is, why not? Todd?
Well, Dad, there's no reason not to, but lots of reasons too, such as top quality windows and doors built to size and fit many budgets, lots of color and style options, expert installers that are employees, not subcontractors, decades in business, fair pricing, satisfaction guaranteed, and the list goes on. Oh, and at Done Right, they'll find full service installations, completely finished, nothing left for them to do but enjoy.
And of course, Todd, we've got to mention our highly efficient, beautiful patio doors. So folks, give us a call. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors. And of course, replacing windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DoneRightWindows.com.
Hail and severe storm season is just around the corner, and that's why you need to call Golden Spike Roofing at 303-942-1386 for a thorough and free inspection for roofing done right to the last nail. Call Golden Spike Roofing.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer, hanging with you today. Thank you for tuning in to this, the home of positive business talk.
Are you a procrastinator?
Yep.
Do you put things off to the last minute? Or are you one of those people who plans everything and gets everything done ahead of time? Our guest is Dr. Mary Lamia. She says successful people meet deadlines that reflects their best efforts. And who do you think does a better job? Those who put things off or those who get things done quickly? She wrote the book, What Motivates Getting Things Done, Procrastination, Emotions, and Success. Dr. Mary Lamia, welcome to Experience Pros.
Thanks for having me.
Doctor, it's nice to have you along for the ride here. Just back me up here, if you will, please. And I really mean that, if you will, please. Procrastination is not such a bad thing, is it?
Not at all.
God bless you.
Not at all. And, are you a procrastinator?
No, but my, yes.
Oh,
yes,
y'all
I
will
am.
say you lie.
My business partner is the opposite.
It's so fascinating to me because when I ask a room full of people to raise their hand if they're procrastinators, maybe 25% raise their hand. And
the other 75% are getting ready to.
But if I say, if procrastination is a valid motivational style, in fact, procrastinators are amazing people who really get things done. Now, how many of you are procrastinators? 50% will raise their hand, at least.
So they don't want to admit it because they think that we're going to beat them up over it, right?
They do.
Absolutely. And procrastinators have been shamed for hundreds of years. Back to Benjamin Franklin, who said the early bird gets the worm. He was wrong. The highly, highly successful people I studied, the procrastinators were just so effective at getting things done at the deadline. And because they have this frenzy of activity when a deadline is imminent, they think that it's a bad thing. So what I write about in this book, it's really about motivation and emotion and demonstrating to people that emotions aren't negative or positive in terms of their value. It's about how they motivate us by the way we use them to get things done. For example, if you have a negative emotion, you want to be relieved of its effects. So you do something to get rid of the emotion, or you'll do something to avoid experiencing a negative emotion. For example, shame anxiety is really highly motivated.
What is that?
People want to save face.
Shame anxiety. What is that?
Shame anxiety is actually a combination of the core emotions of fear and shame. And it makes us want to do something so that we're not negatively perceived.
Okay.
And it's very highly motivating. Don't you, brush your teeth before a date so you
Yeah, I
smell
got that
good.
part. I got that nailed down.
All right. So, the whole idea of the procrastinators, and I've worked with Eric for years, and I've watched him run around and get things done. Yes. And for me, it drives me insane because I'm the person who wants to have it all done a week in advance. And I admit that even on my side, sometimes doing it a week in advance means that something's going to change at the last minute and I have to redo it. And so I did all this work. For nothing. But I think if we are always running around at the last minute, that stuff is going to fall through the cracks, and we look unprofessional.
You describe task-driven people to a T.
Yes,
that would be me.
I'm one of them. I'm not a procrastinator either.
You got to know, Doctor, we love you for it, but we don't understand you.
That's right. And task-driven people drive procrastinators crazy too, because they always have to get things done now. They do it right away. When they see a task, their emotions are activated not by deadlines like procrastinators. Their emotions are activated by tasks themselves. And so they want to get something done to relieve themselves of the effect of their negative emotions. They have, for example, anxiety about things that are not completed. And often they get things done and then they revise and they revise and they revise. If you get an email from a task-driven person 1 hour and then later on you get another email that says, read this one instead, that's what they do. They revise.
Dr. Lamia,
procrastinators get things done in one sitting.
And
that's all they got.
Because the deadline is upon us.
But they
But Dr.
are
Lamia,
actively working on it in the meantime, except those of us who are task-driven non-procrastinators think they're being lazy or slacking, and they're not at all. They're just highly, highly effective at putting everything together that's in their working memory when a deadline is near.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this. You're a clinical psychologist and a psychoanalyst as well. You're well-studied. You have a PhD in multiple arenas. So let me ask you this. I just recently read an article. I'm the single guy in the room. And I just recently read an article about projection and how people tend to, if you have irreconcilable differences, it may be an issue of projection. Is that the same thing that we're dealing with in the procrastinator versus the task-oriented person? Because the biggest challenge for me isn't whether or not I know that I'm going to get the job done, or even if Angel or anybody else knows that we're going to get the job done. The biggest challenge is when Angel, in this case, because we're talking about the dynamic between the two of us, assigns me a task and or 10, it becomes something that I think I have to stop all things and do now in order to please her, instead of doing it when it's due.
And that's one of the ways in which procrastinators have learned to adapt is that they sense the annoyance of their task-driven co-workers or partners, and they think they have to get something done right now. And that's why it is so imperative that people understand other motivational styles and learn how to work with them, because procrastinators and non-procrastinators can work together very, very effectively. Now, you said the word projection. I would say it's assumption. We tend to assume that other people are like us, and if they're not like us, sometimes we put them down, or we are annoyed by their behaviors. And so people have to learn how to communicate. That's why I devote a whole chapter to the book in terms of these divergent motivational styles and how people can work together.
I love this. Dr. Mary Lamia, how does our audience follow you and get a copy of your book, What Motivates Getting Things Done?
The book is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble online, and if they want more information, they could go to my website, marylamia.com, or whatmotivatesgettingthingsdone.com.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining us and adding value to not only the fun and banter and conversation that happens here in the office, but every one of our listeners has this issue. There's a procrastinator in your life, and there's a task-driven oriented person as well. Doctor,
and now they're all vindicated.
Yay!
Vindicated, justified, and or, we're just going to take the next step, and it's going to be okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Lamia. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Folks, don't go anywhere. More positive business talk just ahead. You're not going to believe who is in the house. You've got to stick around. In fact, while during this commercial break, go share with all your friends this radio show and tell them to tune in. We got a nationally televised superstar in the house.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Lars Larson believes Obamacare was a death sentence.
Because of the mandates, they were sold a plan that cost them so much in premiums. Some of those people likely looked at that and said, well, I'm going to go to the doctor as little as I possibly can. People don't go to the doctor. The condition they had was serious. They don't get early treatment. And then either it costs a whole lot more money to fix it, or it doesn't get fixed at all because you die.
The Lars Larson Show, weeknights at 8 on Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Hi, this is Dave Anthony. Tune in to the Retirement Income Planning Show Saturday at 8 a.m. to learn about how you can create an efficient and optimized retirement income plan that looks at your investments, taxes, healthcare, Social Security, Medicare, home equity, and estate planning needs. Learn about the math and science that goes into creating a truly comprehensive retirement income plan that could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement. Call 800-868-9585. Again, that's 800-868-9585 or online at theretirementincomeShow.com.
This is Dan Kaplis. A wise person once told me, if you don't have a seat at the table, you are going to end up on the menu. I think that applies directly to personal injury and wrongful death cases. If you're not represented by a highly accomplished law firm, the insurance company is probably going to eat you for lunch and you'll never even know it. So if you want to make sure that you and your claim are treated with the respect you deserve, give me a call. We are a serious firm for serious cases. And for 30 years, we have proven our ability to go up against the best the other side has to offer and to win. Our personal injury clients include everyone from the poorest of the poor to CEOs, teachers, farmers, police officers, doctors, lawyers, and professional athletes. We are able to make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. You can reach me at 303-770-5551. That's 303-770-5551 or dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
Dad, name some good reasons for our listeners to select Gravina's windows.
I'll tell you why. We make it so simple for our customers to shop. We have everything. Vinyl windows, wood windows, fiberglass windows, double pane, triple pane, heat mirror, argon gas, krypton gas, bays, bows, garden windows, patio doors, everything.
How about colors?
Pick what you want. Brown, green, blue, red, whatever. It's never been so easy, and nobody beats us. Nobody.
Stop by our beautiful showroom, bring in your measurements, and we'll give you 10% off.
Only at Gravina's, 950 West Evans in Denver. Call us at 303-GRAVINA. Northern Colorado, call 970-GRAVINA.
Best deal in town.
Call Gravina's at...
No, it's Gravina's.
Call 303-GRAVINA. Or in Northern Colorado, 970-GRAVINA. Or visit their beautiful showroom at 950 West Evans. And remember,
Gravina's have the greatest windows. Nobody beats us. Nobody.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
If you're young and healthy, you don't need life insurance, right? Yeah, that's what I used to think too, until my brother died at 38. Joe left his wife with 2 kids, a mortgage, and a stack of bills she couldn't pay. Mary had to sell the house and move everybody into this tiny 2-bedroom apartment just to make ends meet. I never want to do that to my wife. So I got life insurance. I called AIG Direct and was really surprised how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. Listen, if you have a family, you should seriously think about getting life insurance. You'll feel a lot better having it. Trust me.
Call AIG Direct for a free, no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you could save up to 70%. Call now. 1-800-400-1942. That's 1-800-400-1942. 1-800-400-1942.
The Experienced Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a fan bragging story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experienced Pros.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time to join us for Positive Business Talk. Now drop and give me 20.
That's right. That's right. We've got the Major in the house. You probably remember seeing her on Shark Tank, right? Angela Cody Rouget, the founder and owner of Major Mom. She is one of 3 certified professional organizers in Arizona, also a certified family manager. She also runs one of the largest organizing companies out of Colorado. She's moved with her family and the military over 27 times. And because of this, she has learned to keep her load light and not get attached to stuff.
It's all business.
You want the secret weapon to getting organized? Check her out at majormom.biz. Angela Cody Rouget, welcome to Experience Pros.
Reporting in for duty, ma'am.
Very nice to have you along, Major. And you've got a new name now. It's Major Organizers, and the website majororganizers.com. What's going on with that?
I know. It's so confusing for those of you who can see my shirt. It does say Major Organizers. All we simply did was change the word mom to organizers.
And
that
why?
really is all. Because the shark said so.
The shark said
Sharks.
so.
Now, which one of those sharks is responsible for steering you in that direction? Do you know?
I would say that Mr. Wonderful Mr. Wonderful and Mark Cuban could not see the possibility of me duplicating Major Mom.
You know, I understand that some of those sharks are nearsighted in the big picture. Since your appearance on Shark Tank and the whole series of things that have happened since, how's it going?
It's going very well. We actually announced that we were going to franchise our concept as Major Mom, but then we realized the Sharks and a few other consultants in the franchise world were correct that in order to make it more available to male veterans, male organizers, changing the word mom to organizers would also help us recruit people that are women but not moms. And so once we did that, lo and behold, now we have Columbus, Ohio, we have San Antonio, Texas, and we have a wonderful couple out of New Jersey that are about to sign the paperwork. So now we have couples that like the name Major Organizer. And right when we started franchising, we lost about 3 couples because of the name Major Mom. The husband just said, I love the concept and we're really organized and we could really grow this up, but I don't love the name.
And Major Organizers, now it's right in the name what you guys do.
Right.
And you help people get majorly organized.
Yes, and we right when we rolled out the new name, some of our employees just had absolute heartburn with it. It was a tough change. Some of our clients thought we lost our minds because Major Mom rolled off the tongue so easily. But when we would network, the first thing people would ask us when we show up in our camo pants and Major Mom t-shirt was, oh, wow, Major Mom, what's that?
Right.
And so we had no problem with our 30-second spiel that you guys taught us how to do to get right to the point.
We've been friends for a long time.
A long time. It's like, okay, we know how to get to the point and say, well, here's what we do, just to answer their question with a little bit of intrigue, but also answer the question, what do you do? And we noticed within the first month of changing from Major Mom to Major Organizers, we went to a networking event, probably an Experienced Pros radio show networking event, and the the person said to us, "Oh, wow, major organizers, I could totally use you."
There you go.
So you eliminated a whole step. Oh,
Angela,
I love that.
I got to tell you, I love the rebrand for so many reasons. First of all, I love it because it does tell what you do. We covered that. I secondarily love it because, what's a common phrase in the English vernacular? What's your MO?
Mm-hmm.
What's my MO? Major organizers.
I like it.
All right, you can use that.
Okay.
And New Jersey, Ohio, Arizona, Colorado, California. Am I missing one?
San Antonio, Texas.
Texas. Come on, folks. You are growing like crazy.
It is growing pains galore, but it is all worth it.
I love it. I love it. So if you want to open up a Major Organizers franchise, if people want to talk to you about starting their own franchise, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
The best way is to go to majororganizers.com, because on there we have a little cute franchise tab. You click on it. It's one page. It's not a lot of information. And you request more information.
There you go.
We ask for just a little bit of information from you, and then we give you a lot of information, set up a video call, and then start the process of getting to know each other. Because guess what? We've had 275 people want to have a Major Organizers franchise in their towns, and we gave 273 no's.
You're selective in that process, but you have to be.
Wow.
Your brand stands for something, and the line that you built in the sand, and with your entire system of belief and all that goes along with it, it's an important piece.
Absolutely. And one of the questions we ask on the little form when they want to know more about our pricing and this and that and the other, we say, do you have a history of being organized or disorganized?
Right.
And you wouldn't believe how many people say they have a history and are still struggling with organization. And that is an automatic ruled out for the brand, because you have to walk, talk, and believe it. Walk and talk it, not just believe it, right?
Can those same people come back?
They can come back if they have, if they take classes on getting organized and they conquer whatever challenge they're having in getting organized. Because when you go in to organize others, you really have to know it inside and out.
Absolutely.
It can't be one of those situations where you're chaotic mess or possibly hoarding and you're going to own a Major Organizers location. That's not going to happen in this lifetime.
Right. It's most of the folks that become organizers and that you work with at Major Organizers, you guys have like a special gene of, you would go over as teenagers, as friends, like you just love organizing. This is what you would do in your free time.
Yes. When we interview every employee that works for all locations, they get the same question. And it is, tell us your earliest memory of organizing. And 95% of the time it starts like this. Well, when I was 5.
Right.
So we're like, you're hired.
Yeah, you
Yes, you've been doing this.
So, Angela, I got a question for you. We're business owners. All of the people who listen to this program probably listen business owners in one way or another. What does organization really have to do with the impact in our business?
Oh, my goodness. Clutter clogs your cash flow.
Come on.
Clutter has so much negative energy around it. It's like an anchor around our necks. And people feel it, but they don't know how to put a value on that clutter. And so how many of our business people out there listening today have stacks of business cards and they network like crazy, but they do nothing with it? There's no systems and processes in place. In business, clutter not only clogs your cash flow, it stops it for some disorganized people by failing to invoice. I know this sounds crazy, Eric.
No.
You don't believe me, do you?
I know.
People
I
don't
know
invoice.
so many of our clients who put off invoicing, and they've already done the work.
Yes, and we try to come in and help those business owners get organized. Very small businesses. We don't work with corporations. And when you fail to invoice 6 months into it, it's actually people don't pay because they don't actually remember those services, or they're thinking, is that the price we agreed upon? It's so dangerous to be that disorganized and fail to outsource maybe some activities that you're just not getting done.
All right. So clutter clogs your cash flow. You heard it right here from Major Mom. Major, you can actually check her out online, majormom.biz or majororganizers.com. Okay. Another tip of how we can declutter our office.
Number one tip, stop the incoming.
What?
Stop
What's incoming?
the incoming. And we're not talking about bombs. I know I work with nukes.
I was thinking about money.
Stop buying stuff you don't need for the office or for your business. No little trinket or gadget or software is going to miraculously make you more productive. And so many business owners buy another software package and another software, Quicken, QuickBooks, this, that's, and the others. You're out there listening. You know exactly what software, gadget, or trinket you can find.
I'm looking around the studio. We all have something in our head that we're like, oh, shoot, I just bought that.
This is going to make it, make us more organized. Stop the incoming. Stop bringing papers home that you're not going to process. Stop going to go to trade shows, but stop coming home with all the stuff. You really have to stop stuff coming in before you can actually begin to get organized.
Isn't it so funny? Because we get so excited when we bring home
I just
this
told
bag
Shar,
full of
I'm
stuff.
going to Best Buy on the way home to pick something up. Now I can't.
No.
All right, listen, it's majororganizers.com, folks. Majororganizers.com. Angela, Cody Rouget, it's always a thrill to have you here in the studio, and so thrilled with your growth.
Thank you. I salute you all too. I love you.
Should we have a what should we have? A majorly.
I hope you all have a majorly organized day.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? Do you still say that organizing is not
Getting
a luxury?
organized is not a luxury.
It's a necessity. Gang, we'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to the home of positive business talk. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network. You can find more information at experiencepros.com.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Will your current career path lead you to financial independence? Stop worrying about working till you drop, losing your job, or retiring in poverty. It's simple. Register for our free passive income workshop and learn the 7 principles we use to provide for our families and run our businesses. We reveal the 5 reasons you should invest in real estate, and we show you how every dollar you invest in a piece of real estate makes you money 5 ways. It's time to get this life-changing information. Register today at mypassiveincomeworkshop.com. Stop making excuses. Go to mypassiveincomeworkshop.com.
Victor Mitchell, our kind of guy for governor.
The problem is our government has become so overbearing with regulations. A large part of so many kids, especially girls, are not pursuing vocational trades. And most of those types of trades, there's a 4-year apprenticeship period, which I frankly think is just over the top. And there's literally thousands of opportunities like that today in Colorado.
Vic wants to strengthen the economy in Colorado by connecting local and state officials and working with them to create a better plan for a stronger economy.
Every day I'm listening, I'm learning, and we've never had a 64-county economic development strategy coming from the governor's office, where we work directly with town council members and county commissioners and form strategies to bring infrastructure and community college training and private employers into their areas. These types of things can be brought to Colorado because so many parts of our state are not doing as well, and I promise to do exactly that.
Forward-thinking businessman, bold leadership. That's our Vic. Paid for by Coloradans for Victor Mitchell.
This is Dan Kaplis. Our firm is dedicated to always being on the leading edge of the practice of personal injury law. That includes game-changing, next-generation technology, nationally respected experts, and innovative visual tools that help us bring our client's case to life for the purposes of settlement or, if necessary, trial. We only accept a limited number of cases, so we're able to devote to each client our full arsenal of technology, skilled attorneys, and staff. We're a serious firm for serious cases, and we make the vast resources of our firm available to good people from all walks of life by taking righteous cases on a percentage fee basis. If you'd like to talk with me about your case, just give me a call or email me through our website. There's no charge for an initial consultation. 303-770-5551, 303-770-5551, or dankaplislaw.com. That's dankaplislaw.com.
Celebrating 18 years as the leader in investing and trading education.
Following your system has been fantastic.
Yeah, I really appreciate the work you do. You're really an inspiration.
Well, all of the tools you've put together for us have just given us so much confidence.
I have learned so much. It is absolutely incredible.
You're really one of the best I've ever heard. I've been with you for about a month and a half now, and I'm already up 7%.
Financial education is, in many respects, the most important education you can get, and that's what they're getting from your show.
You guys have always been great on the service side.
I have so much more confidence in when I'm in my trading.
He'll keep up the good work.
I love the chart.
I've been in this business for 45 years, and you are the best.
And I've been following you, I guess, about 9 months right now, and you've just done a great job.
Listen to Phil, join the gang, and you'll never regret it.
If you're serious about securing your financial future, then contact philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
With the hot weather in Denver, there's no reason to wait for your AC to break down. Don't need to replace, just repair? Steel T Heating and Air Conditioning will waive the trip fee with any qualifying repair. That's a $70 savings. Let them help you be more comfortable in your home than you've ever been before and save money while doing it. Steel T is a family-owned business with over 50,000 satisfied customers. They're the largest factory-authorized carrier dealer and the only Hall of Fame dealer in Colorado. Turn to the experts and call Steel T Heating and Air Conditioning now at 303-761-WARM or visit SteelT.com. Remember, the T stands for trust. Let the professionals from Steel T inspect your system and pinpoint minor issues quickly before they graduate into more extensive damage, disruption, and expense. Call Steel T Heating and Air Conditioning now and receive up to 60 months at 0% interest for qualifying air conditioning replacements. Turn to the experts at Steel T. Emergency assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. SteelT.com.
Keep our schedule full? Seasonal incentives? Oh, yeah. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. Now is the time to call and save a full 12% off all services for select install dates. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
It's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Just treat me better. After all, we're in this together.
To get your high blood pressure to a healthy range, visit heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
So nice to check out Angela and major organizers and what they're doing. What a thrill it was to have her in the studio with us.
Absolutely. Our journey with Experience Pros has Angela kind of at the very beginning.
You bet.
We started our company about the same time that Angela started hers.
Correct.
We did an event out in California. We traveled together.
Yep.
When we first started our daily radio show, our weekday radio show, Major Mom was a sponsor.
Yeah, she was Major Mom Mondays.
Major Mom Mondays.
Yeah.
And so we talked about getting organized every single Monday with her and her team. And so our paths, have been so intertwined throughout both of our journeys.
It reminds me, we have her here and we celebrate 2,000 episodes coming up on, what is it, August 7th?
August 7th will be our 2000th broadcast, over 4,000 hours of hanging out and on the radio and doing all this.
That?
I can't. It is.
When you start thinking about that's 5 days a week, and then you do the math all over the years, we're sneaking up on 8.5 years or 8 years of broadcast, and what a remarkable journey it has been.
It has been.
Yeah.
It has been, and and some of it you go forward and you feel like you're just not gaining ground. Right? You're just kind of working nose to the grindstone, and you're seeing some success, but not everything that you thought it would be. And then you look back in the rearview mirror and you recognize some of these milestones of all the things that you've done, all the opportunities, the people that you've met, and the journey just becomes so much more of the reward than the end goal.
Absolutely.
And so we're still working towards our end goal of having, America's most positive business talk. But for today, we just celebrate where we are.
38 stations nationwide, and it ain't so bad for a couple of kids with a good idea to bring something positive to the major market airwaves. And it has been a journey, and I just celebrate Angela and Major Mom and Major. She is Major Mom, major organizers. Their success is encouraging to us all, and I hope that's what our listeners take away, is that if she can do it, you can do it, we can do it, we can all do it together. And as we help each other, as Angela referred, there's a lot of things that in her journey to where she is today, experienced pros and Major Mom or major organizers have had solid communication between the two of us.
It has been. And so join us on Monday, August 7th, as we celebrate our 2000th broadcast here on the radio show. I want to give a couple of organizing tips.
Okay.
You know, I love Angela. You know, her and I are kind of soul sisters when it comes to organizing. One of my favorite ways to, you know, kind of de-stress at the end of a week is to, I don't know, I love to clean out my closet, get it all cleaned up and organized, and get everything else set up for the following week. It's one of my crazy things. Another crazy tip that, especially when my kids were littler and at home, was planning my menu for the week. And by planning my weekly menu, I started creating a grocery shopping list. Do you shop with a list?
Sometimes. On Sundays, I watch the food shows, and to the point where I get hungry, and then I decide which one I want to make, and
you go and just get for that meal.
For that meal.
Mm-hmm. It is so funny, Eric. I will run into people at the store, the grocery store.
Yeah.
And they will say to me, Angel, I just ran in. I don't have a list. I'm shopping without a list. And as if I'm, checking to see if everybody is shopping with a list. But when Angela says that clutter clogs your cash flow, disorganization does the same thing.
It absolutely does.
When we started at my household, I would create the menu for the week.
Yeah.
And from the menu, I would create my shopping list. Prior to this methodology, I was the person who kind of stocked up on things that were on sale, staples.
Yeah,
that
you'd have a shelf full of 15 of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
and
or
so
20 of those,
right?
or 10 of those.
The pantry was full, the freezer was full, the fridge was full.
And you felt like you were saving money because you were getting such a great deal. But what did you have but inventory that wasn't being used? Your cash was tied up.
It was.
Yep.
I cut 30% off my grocery shopping budget. 30%. So where I had been spending, I now a year later was able to track it and found out I cut 30%. You want a 30% discount at the grocery store?
That's 30% money. What is it? Ben Franklin, a penny saved, a penny earned, right?
You betcha.
Come on.
And so, if you were spending $100 for every $100, you now have $30 back in your pocket to either save for, put aside. And really that's what we should do with it, is save it.
Right.
Watch that money grow and compound in saving just by putting that $30 a week. And so you plan your menu, and then you only buy the items that you're going to need for that menu. And here's the pushback that I get on this.
Yeah.
Is people say, well, you know what, Angel, I don't know if I'm going to want tacos on Tuesday. Oh, who's not going to want tacos on Tuesday?
Nobody.
Said nobody ever, right? But here's what happens is, we go through the week and you go through the day and you come home at the end of the day and what should we make and what do we want to have? And you're trying to figure it out and you're asking, other people and they're like, well, I don't know. I want this, I want that, or I don't want this, I don't want that. When you say, well, we're having tacos,
everybody gets on board.
There I go.
And let me just be the voice of balance here for just a minute, because Angel, I know how your family works, and I've known you for 16, 17 years now. So here's the truth. You make your plan for the weekdays and you got your menu and so on. But on occasion, you and the family can deviate from that plan and say, you know what? Let's go out to eat tonight, or let's go to a movie, or whatever that might be. And by the way, the 30% that you save because you made the menu affords you the opportunity to go out and do those little splurges, or, and I agree with the compound interest in saving all that, but it's not prison.
No, by no means.
Not by any means.
You can switch days. What I was going to make on Tuesday, I want that on Thursday instead, and you can switch that around.
Right.
If an opportunity comes up, but you don't feel like, okay, we have to run out to eat.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you have to make cereal. You don't feel strapped. It's far more liberating.
You bet.
And it's interesting when we start to put some boundaries in our life, and we do this with our kids, it makes us actually feel safer and more secure. We think by putting some boundaries, we're going to feel restrained, but you don't. It actually clears that up to go, you know what? Now I'm free to go do other things instead of being all consumed up with this thing.
We got a few people watching by way of our Facebook Live. I'd love to see in the comments, if you would, how do you organize? What's your number one tip? We'll be back right after these messages in the top of the hour news. This is Experience Pros Radio Network.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com. This is the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada, Denver.
Denver's only business radio station, Money Talk 1690 AM.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
The Colorado Business Roundtable is honored to present world-renowned speaker and author David Avrin as part of our COBRT Speaker Series. He will talk about his latest book, Visibility Marketing, the no-holds-barred truth about what it takes to grab attention, build your brand, and win new business. Be inspired by David Avrin's observations, thought-provoking questions, and irreverent humor. Join us Thursday, August 30th at 4 p.m. Visit cobrt.com/events to register.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We are here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Nice.
Doing fantastic.
They say time flies when you're having fun, and this first hour just went. Yep.
Voice can make.
We do. We make sound effects.
Sound effects.
We have to.
What? You have to?
Yes, because
what do they take you aside in second grade and?
Nope. It comes right out of the womb.
Right, but you have, you can do all sorts, like the whip sound.
You want to hear another one? That's the whip sound.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear another one?
I do.
Here, pull my finger.
I don't want to hear that one.
That's a good one.
How about we pull the plug?
Pull the plug.
Yeah, I actually have it's kind of fascinating. Yeah, sound effects that boys can make, and I just don't have all those. I don't have that range.
That's all right.
It must have to do with the Adam's apple. Do you think it's connected?
To
the sound effects?
It may very well be. It's a mystery.
Right?
No one knows about that Adam's apple.
But girls don't have that.
No, you have the extra rib.
Oh, is that the bonus?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Does
and
that
if we're going to go all the way back to Adam, we'll talk about his apple and your rib. You gave us the apple, we gave you the rib.
All right. Well, when I talk about pulling the plug, if you want to kind of get more done in your day, declutter your day a little bit, this is always at the top of everybody's list for getting organized, time management, productivity. The first thing we do in the morning as a society. What do you think, besides your bio break?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Bio break. I've never heard you use those two words in the same sentence, but I get it.
Right?
I know what you meant.
Right. Yeah. Besides that, and I want to hear about that. And if you do this at the same time, I don't want to know that either. But what do you think is the first thing people do in the morning or in, at the beginning of their day?
Checking their Facebook.
Checking their Facebook.
Checking Facebook. That's it. I mean, I pull my phone up and I log in.
You do.
What happened overnight?
Everybody. Did
she respond to my text? No.
Did you text me? No, that it came in late.
No, intentionally.
Right?
Intentionally.
Yeah. And so I missed it. But I saw it first thing when I first woke up.
I believe you.
Yes. You believe me?
I do.
As opposed to, you think I would lie to you about that?
No. What time did you wake up?
It was a little later than normal.
Than we normally leave, right?
Yes, it was. It was. I did not set an alarm this morning.
See, now, folks, we go right back to why do you do what you do? So you can create a lifestyle, and that's the lifestyle that every entrepreneur dreams of, that we don't have to set an alarm to go to work. You can just wake up naturally. Congratulations.
And not every day is like that.
Of course
I mean,
not,
a lot of times
you've got it.
The morning dictates, your first appointment or the activities that are on your to-do list dictate what time you've got to get up in the morning.
Right.
And I knew this morning there wasn't anything really pressing in the morning. So I did not set an alarm. And you did. We've got to create a lifestyle. We've got to create a boundary. And I think if you're running a hobby, this is not the conversation for you.
No.
Right? You need to put some hours to it. You need to treat your business like a business.
Absolutely.
And, not just do it when you feel like it, because you won't ever have enough free time.
You'll never get there.
But most entrepreneurs, what we struggle more with is not working,
laying it down,
and putting it aside to have some self-care, some personal time. And so getting your business to a point where you can actually, have some free time, not set your alarm.
Are you going to suggest then that quite possibly the first step in decluttering our lives might be to unplug or disconnect from the email, the notices, the distractions, the Facebook, you're going to tell me to turn my computer and or
not permanently
off,
and not every day and not all day long,
but just like at the beginning of the day.
Pick a time.
All right.
Pick a time where you can unplug from the technology, because it distracts you from being present from anything else.
Okay. I get that. Here's the next thing. If you want to declutter, and that is to find the main drain. Now think about this. What is the main drain? I can tell you what I used to think it is, but that's probably not appropriate for
I used to work for a plumbing company.
Did you?
I did.
So the main line means something to you.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
And it's the big suck.
Yeah.
Right?
So, you've got all your little drains, your kitchen sinks, your bathroom sinks, all that
feed into
the one main drain. And so if you've ever had, you clog your toilet, you clog a sink, you can come out and you just clean that one thing.
But since this isn't a show about plumbing, we're talking about your time. What's the one thing that is the main suck of your time? And you got to figure that out and say, something? That's probably not worth it. My suggestion is it's likely to be social media of some sort.
It could be, it could be a social media. It could be a video game,
Netflix
online
binge.
Shopping, Netflix binging. Yes, all of that. Shopping, anything that is taking you from being your best and achieving achieving the goals that you've set out for yourself. I already have, I don't know who the speaker is next week on our Mastermind Power Boost, but I know the next time that I speak, I already have my topic
good,
already.
Because that's next week is you.
Is it me next week?
From the beach.
I'm going to do it from the beach. I will be beachside, hopefully giving you guys some motivation to come with us on our retreat that we're coming up in April.
That's so exciting.
But it's creating a lifestyle. The whole purpose of why we do what we do is to leave a legacy and to create a lifestyle. But your main drain, whatever that is it social media? Are you wrapped up in video games, online shopping, some activity that you would rather do than the thing you need to do? And if you get up in the morning and you start with the thing you need to do and you reward yourself with that thing that's draining your productivity, use it as a reward. I worked, I hit my daily goal, whatever that daily accomplishment needs to be. And now I'm going to reward myself, and I'm going to get to sit and eat microwave popcorn and drink red wine out of a plastic cup.
All right. So I got another question for you. You have a smartphone, yeah?
Yes.
All right. And that's got that little clock feature on it where you can set alarms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many do you have? How many alarms do you have set in your clock right now?
Let me
reminders.
Okay. Well, hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second. How many do you have?
I have more than you, I bet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Seriously? I've only got 5.
You do not.
I only do.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it that I have more?
That is weird.
That is weird.
Because I thought I was far more organized than you in the alarm side of life.
I know. You would think so. You would think so because you
I totally do. I live by the alarm.
Yes.
Because the alarm is what?
It's a notification.
It's a deadline.
It's a deadline. Oh, yes.
That's
you
it.
are the Mr. Deadline.
Captain
Deadline.
Procrastination here.
Yes.
Airline, pay rent, mention this person, check in. Yeah, I live by alarms.
That's
Apparently
good.
not as much as you do.
That is good.
I'm impressed by you.
But here, set reminders for everything. Your phone will remind you. We think we've got to have to remember all this and we're going to forget and things go through the cracks. You can talk to your phone and say, remind me to check the mail. Remind me to finish this project. Remind me to make this phone call. Everything that you just need a little nudge can go into your phone.
Absolutely.
And then the nudge. And then it comes up and you're like, oh yeah. Right. And so, you use it to remind you if you do the Southwest thing, right? You check in, reminder to check in.
There it is.
No more forgetting because your phone will remind you. You don't leave home without it.
There it is.
And here's why this is so I mean, this is where the declutter thing comes in.
Yeah.
If you are spending your time all day long going, okay, I got to remember to do this. I got to remember to do this. I got to remember to do this. Then you're not being creative and you're not being present in the moment.
That's exactly right, which is why I set it and forget it, because I don't have to remember. I know it's going to ring. It's going to get me.
I mean, Benjamin Franklin taught us that. That was his original thing. I don't have to remember phone numbers. I don't have to remember details. I don't have to remember appointments. I just have to remember
a lot more organized
where I put it. And this is the substitute for his little organization, Franklin Planner.
Finally, if you want to declutter your day and really manage your time well, get your sweat on. And it may seem counterproductive to add something new into that schedule, but give it at least 20 minutes. Look, folks, there are many very pleasurable ways to spend 20 minutes and sweat at the same time. You can find one of those, get your sweat on, and do it every day. It's a good idea. Just saying.
You're going to have more energy.
Absolutely.
You're going to have a clearer mind.
You're going to be happy.
You are going to be happy. And so, a walk.
Yes.
Exercise, things that Eric does.
Hit the gym.
Right? All
things
of that.
that Eric does. Grill.
Right.
I grill.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things.
There are. So, I mean, if you're feeling overwhelmed, there's an answer for that. And overwhelmed is not the state of mind that helps us grow.
True.
It is actually clogging us. When we've got too many tabs, right? When you've got all your tabs open on your computer.
Yep.
Same with your brain. Too many tabs open and you get flustered. Close down the tabs. Focus on.
Sweat off for 20 minutes.
There you go.
We'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. This is the home of Positive Business Talk, the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Do you have kiddos? Eric Raymer here, inviting you to the grand opening of Kid to Kid in North Glen, Thursday, July 27th. They'll have huge prizes, balloon art, and a shopping spree giveaway. Kid to Kid is a family-friendly resale shop selling new and gently used clothes and toys. Doors open at 4 p.m. with items up to 80% off during the grand opening. Kid to Kid is located in North Glen off I-25 and 104th next to Dollar Tree on Melody Drive.
If you're sick of living paycheck to paycheck, listen up. This is Preston Neely, and I'm about to blow your mind. You want to know the big difference between you and the rich? It's not your job. It's not your skills. It's not your education. Here's the truth. Rich people make money in real estate. And it's not rocket science. Let me prove it by sending you a free copy of my smash hit selling book, How to Get Rich in Real Estate. Just call 1-800-700-2962. I used to be so broke. I had my electricity shut off 9 times, but I figured out a simple way to make money in real estate that doesn't require any cash, credit, or even manual labor. Now I'm living the dream and I can show you how. Listen, here's the other thing about rich people. They don't pass up the deal of a lifetime, and neither should you. My book sells online for $19.95, but I'm giving away free copies now. Call right now to find out how to get your free copy while this offer lasts. Call 1-800-700-2962. That's 1-800-700-2962. 1-800-700-2962.
Get protection for covered repairs with a vehicle service contract from Toco Warranty. Unlike other companies, with Toco, there's no down payment, and the monthly payments are really affordable. Keep your hard-earned cash and call Toco Warranty right now at 800-261-7500 to save big money on covered auto repairs. Prices vary by vehicle, but for about the cost of a tank of gas per month, a Toco plan has your back on expensive covered car repairs. Monthly payments are very affordable. Get your free quote now. Call Toco at 800-261-7500. That's 800-261-7500.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Think you can't manage the down payment it takes to purchase a new home? Think again. You could move into a $150,000 home with as little as $1,500 down with our 1% down payment option. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.19%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
You've been thinking about getting your concealed handgun permit for a while now. Security and peace of mind, self-defense and home protection, all valid reasons for your concealed handgun permit. You don't need to delay it any longer. Now's the time. DCF Guns in Castle Rock has a concealed carry weapons class. It has a $200 value, but for a limited time, you can get it for just $100 only at DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. This class is intended for new and experienced shooters looking to apply for a concealed handgun permit. The class exceeds the state of Colorado requirements to apply for your concealed permit. This course by DCF Guns in Castle Rock teaches the basic knowledge, skills, and attitude for owning and using a pistol safely. That's a $200 certificate for a concealed carry weapons class for just $100 from DCF Guns, and only available at DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. That's DenverHalfPrice.com. Hail and severe storm season is just around the corner, and that's why you need to call Golden Spike Roofing at 303-942-1386 for a thorough and free inspection. For roofing done right to the last nail, call Golden Spike Roofing.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer. We are here to help you get your business right. We realize, in fact, we recognized early on that you really can't separate your business from your lifestyle. We all have both in you've got your private life or your home life, if you will, and your business life. And there's so much crossover that you have to be aware of that. And so I want to talk a little bit about mindfulness. Seems to be a catchword for the 21st century, right?
Right.
A little bit of mindfulness, being aware of what's going on around us, tuning into your Zen, if you will. And aside from bringing out the gongs and the chimes, let's talk about how you can put mindfulness back into your life and why you should.
Well, and a study was actually just done on, and there's a study for everything, right? But how when a group that practiced mindfulness, how it actually relieved their perception of aches and pains,
right,
helped them to stay more focused at work, help them to become more resilient, but also a great way to get a grip on our emotions, because that affects our attention, it affects our motivation, and it also affects our memory. And so if you are allowing your emotions to get the better of you, how you feel, and those feelings can be valuable, but they can also be an incredible distraction, because if you feel like somebody just did something to you, or you're trying to figure out why somebody else did something and how it impacts you, you completely derail. I was actually telling somebody recently that if you were to set a timer for how often you let your feelings of what somebody else or some situation and how you now are thinking about that distract you from your focus of your work and what needs to get done.
Be ringing off the hook
all day long. You're like, okay, I need to set the timer because now I'm allowing this emotion to get the best of me. Now I'm back to work. Now I have to set the timer. I think at the end of the day, we'd have hours that were lost because you drained yourself and allowed that to distract you.
There is no doubt in my mind. I simply, and in my life, I can't get past certain things.
Right.
And because of that, I know that I lose time. One of the important steps, and we talk about mindfulness, you need to know what mindfulness is. So here's a description as is described by Tiffany Cruikshank, the founder of Yoga Medicine. She says that mindfulness is simply observing and acknowledging our feelings, our thoughts, and our sensations without continuing to focus on them. Sometimes, like you said, if we focus on them such to the point we're aware of them, but if we focus on them, then we begin to obsess on them. And if we obsess on them, we fall into the dark pit and never get back.
I'm actually getting ready to read a brand new book that was recommended to me. And it's very much about this, about getting out of that reactive mode.
Yeah.
Because it can wag your tail, right? It's the dog. And allowing yourself to stay focused and allowing your mind to go, okay, so there's this thing, but I'm not going to let it distract me. I'm going to get right back to work.
Absolutely.
And it's a letting go of, and not feeling like you have to react to every single thing. And it reminds me, my husband had gotten this course on, but it was all about self-defense kind of thing, right?
Sure.
And very often in this self-defense course, the gentleman teaching it said the best way to get out of a fight is not get it in the first place.
Right.
And so, and he gave, several
be aware
examples
of, you're mindful of the things that are triggers out there, and you can see them coming if you are aware. Yeah.
And so often we think that okay, well, how do I get out of, I'm in this confrontation,
It's too late.
right? Don't even enter the confrontation. So if that's how that's happening with another physical, another human being, but we do that with our heads all day long. We enter the confrontation.
We've seen the enemy and they are us because we thrive on the fight. The second thing that Kurt says is you just begin now. Get going now. It's important to just start when you want to begin practicing mindfulness. You could begin by working with a simple 1-2 method breathing practice and go from there. But whatever it is, the beauty of mindfulness is we can practice it in multiple ways, such as sitting, standing, lying down, walking, or eating, any of those things. I could be practicing it right now.
Right? Peace comes from within.
That's right.
Right? The world isn't going to bring it to you. The world isn't going to encourage you to slow down, to be calm, to be reflective, to be focused. They're all about distractions, reactions, being competitive and resentment. And somebody said something. I mean, we see it on Facebook.
Yep.
Somebody has a post and they post about something, and then the reactions and the comments have nothing to do with the intention of the post. You allow something you see on your screen
derail you and get you going crazy.
Right? Do you know that you can keep scrolling?
Right.
That you don't have to stop and comment?
You don't. How about this one? Observe the everyday. And think about this. I tend to believe that I'm pretty good at this, but I get good to the point of frustration because observing the everyday is whether you're brushing your teeth or washing your hands or driving home from work or talking to a coworker, whatever it might be, there's a moment there. And if you allow the moment to marinate, it's really cool. It's beautiful. We every day when we get done, we drive over the dam road, which is, I didn't just swear there, folks. There's a dam like with water and stuff. And we drive over the road, and it's a beautiful view. On one side, it's the city line, the cityscape, and on the other side, it's sailboats and kids playing, right? And it's a moment that if you're not careful, you will simply drive over.
You will just drive over it and miss it.
And I see that. I mean, it probably happened 3 times today, and I see it, and then life happens, and it passes, and it's gone. But observe the everyday. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I remember taking our family. We would go on these little hikes, these nature walks, right? And the hike was to a lake or to something, to the top of the hill or whatever. And my daughter Lauren, she would notice the ladybugs and the wildflowers on the side, and he'll look at this rock. It looks like this, and I would get frustrated. We're walking here.
You're stopping.
You're stopping and we're walking. Yeah. And I remember one time having this thought that she's showing me something that caught her attention that was really beautiful. And I almost, said, no, we're keeping walking. No. And I realized this is why we're here.
Isn't it the most beautiful thing to see somebody cherish a moment?
Yes.
It really is.
And I am not that girl. I am not a cherish the moment girl. I'm a check this thing off. What's the next thing? Check this thing off. What's the next thing? And so this is something that I have to, but there are moments that I do observe.
Absolutely.
Right? And so it doesn't have to be all day long because darn, we got to get stuff done.
I told you I love you. If I change my mind, I'll let you know. All right, gang, we'll be back after these messages. Angel Tussey and Eric Kramer helping you get your business and your life right. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com. As a small business owner, your focus should be on your customers and providing a great customer experience. You shouldn't be investing time and energy on bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes, but somebody has to do it. Trust Teresa and her team at Luna's Accounting and Tax. Teresa and her team will take care of all your bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes. They'll keep you informed and streamline the process. Luna's Accounting and Tax keeps your business compliant and up to date, and they'll give you the great customer experience your customers have come to expect. Free your time and gain the peace of mind to keep your focus on your customers. They will help you too. Call Teresa at Luna's Accounting and Tax today. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. 720-323-4917. Or visit lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. That's lunastax.com. Se habla español.
The boys of summer are here with in-depth coverage on the Orioles, Blue Jays, and Cardinals here in the Rockies. Well, not Cardinals, but if you want the play-by-play and the bird's eye lowdown on these and more wild birds, tune in to Bird Talk on 1690 KDMT, Saturdays from noon to 1.
You don't need to make folks think we're a sports show just to get their attention. In Colorado, 60% of the population feeds and watches outdoor wildlife. Bird Talk is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited, the original backyard bird feeding specialists.
To learn more about the 500 species of Colorado birds, tune in to Bird Talk every Saturday. We'll bring you interesting interviews, the latest news, and lots of fun and entertainment. Call in with your questions and we'll help you create the best backyard wildlife habitat to attract the greatest variety of species.
We hope you'll join us for the best nature show in the known universe, Saturdays at noon for Bird Talk on KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. Until then, happy birding.
Need a new CPAP? Then we need you. We're CPAP.com, and we recently overstocked the world's best CPAP machines. Top-of-the-line devices from brands like ResMed and Philips Respironics. Call now and get one of these overstocked CPAPs for a fraction of the price. We'll even give you free next-day air shipping. Call 1-800-900-6135. The best part? No insurance needed. We're giving out these CPAPs at prices so low, they'll cost less than your copay and deductible through insurance. CPAP.com has shipped over 1 million orders and has the world's largest selection of CPAPs and accessories. With no retail overhead or costly middlemen, we're the best way to get comfortable, effective sleep apnea equipment at incredibly low prices. Again, CPAP.com has overstocked premium CPAPs. Call now to get a ResMed or Philips Respironics machine for a fraction of the price with free next-day air shipping. Call 1-800-900-6135. If lines are busy, please try again. That's 1-800-900-6135.
Keep our schedule full? Seasonal incentives? Oh, yeah. Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. Now is the time to call and save a full 12% off all services for select install dates. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
It's me, your heart. High blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Just treat me better. After all, we're in this together.
To get your high blood pressure to a healthy range, visit heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you for tuning in. Just as the big announcer said, you can call 855-FAN-BRAG 24/7 and actually make a difference. This is the revolution in how people treat people in business. When you dial that number, anytime between, anytime around the clock, you will be able to either leave a voicemail, or if it's Friday between the hours of 2 and 4 p.m. when we broadcast live, you'll be able to share a fan bragging story, which will actually truly start a domino effect of kindness all across the country for small business owners.
You know, it means so much, and it makes such a difference when you pay it forward, say something nice about somebody else, shine the spotlight of goodness. And, you know, in these days we talk about collaboration and in the relationship economy and all of that. And we all want to be on the receiving end of that. We want you to collaborate with me. We want you to give me great reviews. We want you to do, we all want to be on the receiving end of that. We know that it feels good, but how do we start that? We've got to be the domino that starts that behavior.
Every revolution starts with one.
So many of the most successful in the business arena, they talk about that pay it forward mentality and giving before you get. And so, you know, pay attention. And what are you doing? Here we give you this outlet every single week to do that.
Right.
All right. You have a deadline. You need to get some stuff done and just not feeling it.
Oh, no, I don't hope for that.
Waiting for the motivation to strike you. I was listening to a speaker. She was talking about writing. And she says that only writing is writing. We'll do so many other things around the writing. I've got to check into, where do I get my ISBN number? Got to work on my cover. Well, what are the outlets I'm going to do to, use to get it out?
And do I have some laundry to fold, even though it's not having to do with writing?
But only writing is writing, right?
Yeah.
And so many other things, and the deadline comes around. And if you're a procrastinator, this is probably what you're waiting for, is the deadline. And because there's so many other things you can be getting done. We have a joke around our household. Do you remember the movie, the Disney movie, The Incredibles?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember the opening scene?
Very large man in spandex.
Yes.
Yeah. Do
you remember the very beginning? He and his little sidekick, they're out there and they're fighting crime and they're getting stuff done. And his little sidekick says, we got to get you. This is your wedding day, right? We're supposed to get you to the church. And he's like, yeah. He looks at his watch. We got time.
We got time.
And off he goes and
does crime.
His next thing. And one more thing. We got time. We got time. Well, that's the joke around our house is, we're supposed to be doing something else, but look at it. We got time.
We got time.
How much more can we cram in there? Well, here's some actual suggestions. If you're just needing a little motivation,
okay,
kind of to jumpstart your motivation system. Number one is to create a deadline. And to create that time crunch, it's got to be done by 9 p.m. or it's got to be done by Friday. What is the deadline?
Right.
And so as you're looking at the things that are on your to-do list, schedule them. And even if it's at the final moment, the 11th hour, so to speak, put that deadline in, even if you have to self-impose it.
You bet. Sure.
Create a to-do list of all the smaller tasks that are around it. So rather than having one big giant, I'm going to make $1 million.
We talk about this on such a regular basis. The goal setting requires a major landing place. That's the finish line. Mm-hmm. And then the steps that lead to it.
The baby steps.
You got to put the baby steps in.
Yeah, it's the to-do list. It's the baby steps. It's breaking it down. It's what do you call that where you work backwards? Where you back engineer.
Starting with reverse engineer.
Reverse engineer.
And starting with the end in mind. And ultimately, here's the thing. You cannot bypass that step. If you want to get from where you are, point A to point Q, whatever, if you aspire to be a public speaker and you want to be a public speaker, that's the end goal. You cannot bypass the essential steps to getting there. There is no substitute for being on stage and speaking in front of an audience. There is no substitute for negotiating and failing in the negotiations for your fee. There is no substitute for the butterflies that you will feel that will choke you up and cause you to have a dry mouth and reach for the glass of water. Ask Marco Rubio. I'm telling you, folks, if you don't, you cannot get there.
That dry mouth thing when it shows up.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
And you there's no warning.
But you have to realize that is part of the steps of progress to get to where you want to be. And I know how many people who say, I aspire to be a public speaker, therefore I will start charging $15,000. And if you won't, but if you do get on stage, maybe you compromised, and today I'm going to do it for $750. So you get on stage and then you freak out, you wet your pants, you drop your notes, your PowerPoint stops, and your mouth goes cotton. It's because you didn't respect the steps.
All right. So you create your to-do list, you create your steps, right? You've got your deadline. Then set a timer that you're actually going to work within.
I like that.
Certain intervals, such as 30 minutes, or even if it's several hours, but where you turn off everything else, every other distraction.
Right.
You put yourself in a space that allows that. I heard it phrased this way. You allow your inner muse to come out. So does your inner muse need music? Do they need a quiet room? Do you need the hustle and bustle of people working around you? You have to know the best environment that you work in. You've seen people that are working in the coffee shops because it's just too deathing quiet.
Absolutely.
Or the quiet is too loud right at home. And so put yourself in a work environment that allows you to to work at your optimal. And then narrow the time available so that you have to complete the certain tasks. So schedule something around the work activity that gives you less available time to get it done. Now, it seems counterintuitive. I'm only allowing myself an hour because after that, I've got to go to this next appointment.
Right.
And so I'm cutting off the rest of the afternoon. You'll get her done.
You'll get her done.
Right. And so you challenge yourself by putting other appointments in your day that take you away from just sitting around lollygagging, right?
No
Sucking your
lollygagging.
thumb, right? And so challenge yourself to get whatever you need to get done prior to leaving for that next meeting or activity. You create a time crunch by interjecting other tasks that you also want to get to during that day, which I think that's kind of brilliant.
Right.
Right.
Creating that time crunch.
So there have been times, Eric and I on twice a week have created when we go, they've got a workout class.
Correct.
And it's before the show, which really means that my morning, that is crunch time in that morning.
It is escalated and we have to get more done.
We have to get done.
And we do because,
right?
We try.
So
sorry, Gary Barnes.
Here's another tip. If you just need a little jump start to your motivation, give yourself an incentive, a prize, a reward, a little bonus goodie. And so maybe it's that thing that distracts you. So if you love spending time just, mindless on social media, Netflix binging, shopping, get the work done. And this is my prize at the end of the day. Yes. Yep. And so you've got something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
Which is why I think vacations are so fabulous. My friend Carrie, she says, this is a do as I say and not as I do. She recommends once a quarter. And for her, travel is her hot bug, or vacations are her hot button. It might not be for you, but whatever it is. She says, I know I can work really hard for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And then because I know there's a vacation, there's a beach chair waiting for me at the end of that.
There's a bonus week, a 13th week.
There is that 13th week.
Right.
I remember when my kids were in year-round schools. For my daughter, Lauren, this was perfect because 10 weeks, all you got to do, sweetie, is stay focused for 10 weeks. And then you get a 3-week break.
Yep.
And we worked on it in that mode that your 3-week break is coming.
Love
you know,
that.
you want it now. You want to just relax and kind of, settle now, but your 3-week break is coming. And then finally, be aware of when you perform optimally. What's the environment? What does it look like? What is the activity that when you are working on that, you are supercharged?
Right.
That's your zen. Everything else could probably be delegated.
There's a good point for maybe it should be delegated for sure.
If you are perhaps, you're the one who, you're working on some the graphics, like graphic design, and you're like trying to figure this out, or optimizing your CRM, and you're working and you've got and it's just not your thing, right? But when you're over here in this other space, and maybe it's optimizing your website, or it's speaking, or it's writing, or it's making sales calls, or it's closing on deals, like the thing that fires you up.
Yep.
Do more of that.
Do more of that. It's just that simple. All right, gang. Listen, stick with us through the commercial break. Do us a favor, if you will, please. Do business with the people who do business with the pros. If you'd like to be one of the people who do business with the pros, reach out to us at experiencepros.com, and we'll be back right after these messages.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
KDMT, Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is a coordinated weekly test of broadcast stations of your area. If this had been an actual emergency, official messages would have followed the alert tone. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
Take a moment right now and rate your lifestyle on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is a life of quiet desperation that doesn't resemble what you were promised after getting that college degree and corporate job. Now a 10 is a life that exceeds your wildest expectations of the life they promised you for doing all the right things and working hard. If you answered anything less than 10, stop what you're doing and go to mypassiveincomeworkshop.com. Passive income is not a secret, but chances are no one has ever shared it with you until now. Learn how to generate passive streams of income at our free workshop, mypassiveincomeworkshop.com, so you can live at a 10 for the rest of your life.
Hi, it's Peter Boyles. What made me decide to get my hearing checked? Well, not being able to hear my grandson was one. Not only that, I couldn't hear him. I couldn't hear other people as well. Female voices, high frequencies. I went to Hearing Rehab Center, met the top-notch audiologist, and got a full hearing evaluation. And guess what? I can't hear. The same day, they fit with invisible hearing aids, and wow, what a difference it's made. Now, if you're constantly struggling to hear your loved ones, turn the TV up. You can't hear. Hearing Rehab Center, the test is there, 303-800-9942. Schedule your complimentary hearing evaluation or visit them online, www.hearingrehabcenter.com.
Do you have kiddos? Eric Raymer here, inviting you to the grand opening of Kid to Kid in North Glen, Thursday, July 27th. They'll have huge prizes, balloon art, and a shopping spree giveaway. Kid to Kid is a family-friendly resale shop selling new and gently used clothes and toys. Doors open at 4 p.m. with items up to 80% off during the grand opening. Kid to Kid is located in North Glen off I-25 and 104th next to Dollar Tree on Melody Drive.
Hi, this is Oren, owner of Absolutely Cabinet. I sell Aristocraft and Decora cabinets. There are 9 different woods available and many different colors and styles. If you're looking for cabinets, please come in and we will assist you in making an educated decision. Bring in your dimensions and we will show you options and ask you questions so you can decide what you want rather than working with a salesperson that tells you what you should purchase. Our goal is your long-term happiness. A majority of my business is from repeat and referral customers. Thanks to all of you for your loyalty over the years.
Go see Oren today, owner of Absolutely Cabinets, and browse his showroom at 5940 West 38th Avenue. That's at the southeast corner of Harlan and 38th Avenue. Or call Oren at 303-425-5592. That's 303-425-5592 for Absolutely Cabinets.
In the summer, it's hot in the upstairs bedrooms most of the day. Our office is up there and it's sweltering. We've used one of those big fans in the evening, but it pulls in too much dust and pollen. The AC ran constantly, yet the only cool place in the house is the basement. My husband started insisting we buy a new air conditioner, and that's when I called the people at AirSwap. AirSwap showed me my furnace and air conditioner are the right size for my house, and my air conditioner was working just fine. They adjusted our ductwork, created stronger airflow to distribute all that cool air in the basement, and this even helped us save electricity. The house is more comfortable in the winter as well. They reduced the big temperature difference between the floors, and now the upstairs is comfortable during the day and early evening. Call them at 303-761-0729, on the web at air-swap.com, 303-761-0729, or air-swap.com.
Does your kitchen or bathroom need some updating? Have you been putting off that remodel? Well, now is a great time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth, and I'm inviting you to join our growing list of customers who have saved thousands of dollars on their kitchen and bathroom projects, even over those big box stores. Come experience our unique mix of top-of-the-line customer service, quality products, and tremendous value. Right now, through the end of August, we're offering specials and upgrades which will save you thousands of dollars off your cabinet and countertop purchases. Plus, as an additional bonus, we are upgrading all our cabinet drawers to the latest in anti-slam technology for free. These are just a couple of the ways you can complete your project for less than you ever thought possible. Let us go to work for you. You can visit our showroom or call us today. 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Have you been enjoying the program as much as Angel and I have? We're just talking in the commercial break, and it's just been good. It's just been a good time. Thank you for sharing this with me, Angel, and for sharing it with our listeners. And thank you, listeners, for sharing it with us as well. We've been talking about, sometimes procrastination can be not so bad. We've been talking about organization. We've been talking about the need to structure and plan and set goals and whatnot. I just thought maybe, we'll end on possibly a contrary note.
Oh, look what you, of course. This is the part that Eric likes to bring to it. I just
mix it up. I put it out there, and if you want to share in the conversation, you're welcome to. So I typed into the Google, benefits of disorganization. If Major Mom were here, she's probably pulling a U-turn and heading right back to the studio.
She's like, oh, no, you didn't. Benefits of disorganization.
Right.
Are there very many?
Well, interestingly enough, the first one that came up was from a website called allwomenstalk.com. Allwomenstalk.com.
And so the women, so because I am a woman.
You are.
And I'm always
very
pushing for
organized. Absolutely.
And Angela was in here, and she's a woman.
I think
and
most
pushing
women
for
are organized.
So you're thinking that most women are organized, so you were shocked that you would find an article written by women.
Unbelievably shocked, to be honest.
There would have to be. There has to be because I think that's where creativity often lives, in the disorganization. My daughter, Lauren, who has her own organization style that does not match with mine. But man, that girl's creative.
Absolutely.
And so I had to at one point let it go. Not until she was in high school, but before that, mommy wants it like this.
You let it go with your children, but you don't let it go with anybody else. You let them go.
Not people who work with me.
Well, good. All right. So here's what she says, and this lady who wrote this, she says, I must confess I'm not being particularly organized. It's not my strong point, although occasionally annoys me. It does actually have its advantages. even the format of this website and article is very unusual because it's in the format of little chat bubbles on like messenger bubbles.
Interesting.
Yeah. So she
Can
says,
you follow it?
I'm trying.
Okay.
She says there are some benefits in being disorganized. Here they are if you can find them. Number one, order and chaos. Oddly enough, if you tend to live in a messy environment, you usually know where things are and have no trouble finding them. Maybe we have a mental map or something like that to keep track of things. Problems start when you try to organize things physically, and then you have no idea where things are. And what do you say to that? There's a place for everything.
Nothing gets lost.
Nothing gets lost.
You didn't put it away. You didn't put it where it belongs. Though I should tell you a real life story that's going on in my household right now.
Oh, let's hear.
Is that my son has this video game, and you have these like little figurines that you put on the video console thing, right? And we have a few of them.
So one of those Sony Wii U's or whatever.
Yeah. I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But we have a dollhouse in the family room. And I put all those little funny little characters in the dollhouse in the family room.
It's not where they go for Michael.
Apparently. But it was in the family room, and it was right where they kind of play. And that's just where they were. Well, recently one has gone missing.
Oh.
And he has turned this house upside down trying to find this one that has gone missing. Now, Michael is one of those who put things away. So this is really frustrating. So here's what happens.
It's the house cleaners.
Now he and my husband are saying it's the house cleaners moved it. Right? Because on all the places it would have been put, it's not in any of those places. So somebody has moved it.
Right.
And we don't know who that somebody is and where they moved it to. And so he has spent hours looking for this item. Because in our house, everything has a place. And so when you clean up and you just take this stuff and you put it over here, that's not cleaning up. That's just geography. You just switched its location from one place it doesn't belong to a new place that doesn't belong. Put that stuff away. Sorry. I mean, I'm listening.
No,
I'm trying to find out the benefit of being disorganized. Because
number two, delegate. If you're disorganized, you're automatically excused from arranging events like family parties or booking holidays. Nobody expects you to organize anything because you think that you're incapable. They think that you're incapable. You could see this as insulting, but it's actually a pretty good way of getting out of having to make that effort.
You're getting away with anything.
All right. Time management. As anyone with children will know, as soon as you tidy up the house, it looks like a bomb site right away, right?
Yes.
Why waste time sorting things out? It's just going to get messy again. Just get along.
And that's, so I allow for, in my household, you have your space.
Yeah.
Jay has the garage. The kids have their own bedrooms. Jay and I have separate closets. You have your own office. Like in your space, you can do whatever you want. In the combined spaces, I'm in charge.
Okay. The fourth one is freedom. If you're not naturally an organized person, trying to cultivate a new mindset takes up a lot of time. Never mind actually sticking to it. There's something to be said for just running with the way you are. Being disorganized frees your time for more interesting pursuits and means you don't have to spend all your time trying to keep everything organized. And I'll add, or everyone pleased.
It can seem as if it's time consuming to stay organized, to actually open the drawer and put something in it that belongs in there. I mean, it can seem like, oh my gosh, it's taking me way too long.
Are you monkey?
Like to hang up, like to fold the clothes or take them out of the dryer and actually put them away. I mean, it does. It feels like it takes so much time where you could just leave them in the laundry basket or in a pile where you can just, grab it.
Yeah. And by the way, people's tolerance of putting up with who you are, they may talk a good game, folks, but it is on a life cycle and it will go away. Finally, stress reduction. Even those of us who are rather disorganized seem to muddle through life fairly well. If you try to be too organized, it can actually be quite stressful trying to maintain such an outlook and situation. Spend less time worrying about your disorganized house, mind, or life, and you'll feel far less stressed.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It depends on if I'm meeting you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that there are times where you're like, okay, so this is just the way I live and this is how I like it. And I don't want to, it takes too much time to put it away. I can just leave it here. And there is, I think, a mindset to that.
Yeah.
But I think once you come to the light side, you're going to see there's far more freedom over here than it looks like.
I've actually been persuaded over to the light side and still surprise you from time to time with
You do.
the
That's
nature
true.
of my organization.
That is true.
Gang, thank you for tuning in to this, the home of positive business talk, the Experience Pros Radio Show. Let's do it again tomorrow. On behalf of Angel and myself, we want to say thanks for tuning in. See you later.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.